Okay, so I've started streaming and Flip, I forgot to go to the channel stream on YouTube. Because there's, yeah, it should start in a second. It takes a while. Started, okay, great. So what we need is for me to go to the channel so I can go see the chats, because we need to find out if both of our audio is actually kicking in. Yeah, that's the problem with being part of the stream and watching the stream at the same time. Okay, I'm in. I can see the chats now. Okay, so I'm now going to drag you in. You are now on the stream. Oh, sorry guys, to anyone who's already here or who's watching this from the future, just know that we are just doing an audio and visual check. The stream will start at 10 o'clock or at around 10 o'clock. It says two people are currently watching. So I'm assuming it's Joanne. Joanne, are you there? So you're visible. We need to make sure that both our voices can be heard. Okay, that would be an OBS issue. Let me see. Yes. Okay, what about now? Okay, Jaco, please say something and let's hear if you can hear yourself.
Let me, yeah. Testing. Yep, cool.
My problem is
All
I can hear you, so it makes it hard for me to check. Or did you hear yourself?
I hear myself on a bit of a delay. So
yeah, because you're getting directly from me and from the stream itself. Okay, so we are going live in 10 minutes time. So for now, let me move you off the screen.
all the voices in my head.
Yeah. Or the leg. Okay, you're no longer in the screen. I just have the, what do you call it? The presentation as a cover. There's 3 people watching. You're gonna see like 2 minutes before 10. People are gonna start joining like crazy.
Cool. I'm also still watching the live stream, but I've decided to mute that because all the voices in my head, I can't handle it.
Oh yeah. I should also have a backup.
I'm super excited about this.
Mm-hmm. I actually like that it's an actual like vendor certificate, like something on the side.
Yeah. It's something extra you can put on your CV. It's something extra that people actually like and enjoy and want to do. Do you have plans to do the next one?
Oh yeah, definitely. The plan is.
I know Jacob's. Yeah, no, because I know Jacob is also still, working on what's it, cloud architecture. What's the next one?
Solutions architect.
Cloud architect, solutions architect. Yeah.
Okay, 4 people on the stream. Guys, we are officially starting at 10. Oh, you don't see I because I see the back end of YouTube. How cold is it there? Like Devon is freezing today. Like I wanna
Yeah, same in Victoria, and I think Joburg as well. Massive, massive, like cold front. But I mean, it's been cold the last 2 days. I think
yeah,
it's only reached you guys today.
yeah,
Yeah,
but at least
it's
yeah.
quite cold up here as well.
Yeah, but I should stop complaining about the cold. I went to what's this place in the Free State? Flip, I've forgotten the place's name. That was the coldest place I've ever been in. Like the water would freeze in the pipes in the morning. That's that's how cold it gets. So why am I forgetting this place's name? Like my sister lives there. Yo, okay, I'll remember it later. Okay, we have 6 people on the chat. Joanne's also crying about the cold weather. No, it's not.
Vicksburg?
No, it's
Joanne's
not
asking if it's
Pittsburgh.
Vicksburg.
Um, why am I forgetting? And it's a popular place in the Free State. Not Welcome, the other one.
Like Clarence is super popular in freestyle, right? Or
No,
like Harry Smith or something.
no, I think it has an Afrikaans name or Afrikaans sounding name. Flip.
Afrikaans sounding name. Oh, where in the Free State?
Let me just let me Google it. I know I'll find it. Okay,
Like the big
guys.
ones are obviously like Bloemfontein and Kroonstad, right? Those
Yes,
are like where
Kroonstad.
Simon's from as well.
Kroonstad.
Kroonstad.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, that's where
yeah.
my
I
sister
was
lives.
I was born in Kroonstad myself. My father lived there, and my grandmother still lives there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's where
It-
Simon's family is also from Kroonstad.
from it is a small town. Like
Yeah.
I used to just jog around the town in the mornings.
Small town with a big heart.
Yeah. Okay, 5 minutes ago, we have 8 people on the stream. Guys, we are starting in 5 minutes time. I want to check out this week's coding challenges. Like I told myself, after this, then I'm gonna go start having a look because yeah, they seem to be quite interesting. Yeah, but I guess it's what we came here to do, right? Because now the flip side is if you give students something too easy to do when they get to the workplace, some of them will break down. It's either you get used to, it's better to just train hard. Okay, we are almost there, 12 people. Guys, we will be starting in 4 minutes time. Flip, there's something I need to do, eh? But let me see how I'm gonna do it. Okay, let me do it now. So when you have OBS running and Google Meet running at the same time, you have to pick where your webcam goes. So if I have a Google Meet meeting happening, my webcam on OBS will switch off, and I can only use it for Meet. If I switch it off on Meet, it jumps back to OBS. But for this one, I'm thinking of switching it off completely in OBS because I'll be just focusing on only the presentation. There we go. Okay, 2 minutes time. There's 18 people on the call. I am expecting a wave starting now. There are a lot of messages on the chat. Karen says I should talk about some of the coding challenge answers. I can talk about the answers once the model solutions come out. Then we can talk about the answers. Okay, 2 minutes to go. We have 25 people on the line. Let's wait for a few more. Then we officially start. Well, the nice thing about what's happening in the chat is we can tell that, okay, they can hear us. Like everyone who's listening can hear us, which is good.
Yeah, giving them a bit of a talk show or a discussion.
Yeah. Just running some sort of a small podcast type of a setup.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, eh?
Although not a lot of content that everyone really cares about, I guess. If we're just talking about the Free State.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone would be interested once we start talking pandas, machine learning models. Yeah. And it's quite so interesting that with these things, you're always learning something new. I was watching Xolisa's thing the other day where he was talking about how to basically structure a machine learning project. And he said a couple of things that I've never thought of, like how I used to structure my own things. Like basically the big thing for me was that whole issue between random search and grid search, and when do you use what and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was quite nice. Monica says she cares about the Free State. Yeah, but it's cold. This time of year, sis. I've never been to such a cold place. Like this one morning, I went to go get something in the car and my hands turned blue. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. We have 40 people on the line. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, the rest will watch later, I guess.
Yeah, because we will have this on YouTube. Immediately once we're done with the stream, you can basically access, anyone who's not here currently can basically access the stream using the same link. So, Yako, should I now pull you in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so now I'm gonna, let me do this first. I'm now pulling you in, and everyone should be seeing Yako now. Okay, Yako, you are live.
Cool, great stuff. Thanks, Muzi. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Really, really excited to get this thing going. I mean, we've been an AWS Academy partner since the beginning, and this is the first time that we can actually run the AWS course as a separate sprint with the opportunity to interact with AWS labs, write the exam at the end, and at the end, I mean, you can actually have the cloud practitioner certificate as a separate certificate to the actual EDSA certificate. So really excited that we're starting this thing off. I hope a lot of you will join in, take part, write the exam. As we mentioned in the communication or the announcement through Slack, Explore will pay the exam fee, right? So we won't pay it again and again if you don't make or don't pass the exam, but we'll give you your first try at it, and we'll also give you some just bonus belt points just to incentivize doing the course, right? So Muzi's done the course and wrote the exam earlier this year, and he can now facilitate the labs through AWS's platform. So yeah, really excited to get this going. I mean, Muzi, please tell us how it's going to work, the kind of release, timelines, dates and things.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yako. I am going to be just walking the students now in a second by using the problem statement, which is actually also currently on Athena. So yeah, thank you so much. So I'm going to be moving you off the screen now so I can focus on the presentation itself, where I work everyone is to what's happening, the timelines, and all those things. Okay, Yaku, thank you so much. So I'm now showing the presentation. Okay, guys, tell me on the chat, can everyone now see the presentation or the presentation cover? Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, so the course that we are introducing today is called the AWS Cloud Foundations, or AWS Academy Cloud Foundations. So basically going to be using both of those phrases interchangeably. Because it is an AWS course, but it's an AWS course that's is being done through AWS Academy. So to get things rolling, the course itself, the full name is AWS Academy Cloud Foundations. Today we're going to be looking at basically how do you enroll, and basically the benefits of being AWS certified. So the course itself is a course that's designed to be done in 15 weeks, with this week being the first one. What's interesting about the course is that even though we have it spaced out in 15 weeks, if you're really serious about it, you can actually pull it off in 3 to 4 weeks. I actually know someone who's done it in 2 weeks. So because because EDSA students have so much stuff to do already, we've decided to space it out with these 15 weeks. So so for now we're going to be basically looking at a few modules per week, but then what we're going to do is right at the end, once you've done all of your modules inside the course, there's going to be revision sessions and exam practice just before you go write your AWS exam. So the intention is that for everyone who does the course, the intention is to have you AWS certified. The actual certification is called Cloud Practitioner. So you do the AWS Academy Cloud Foundations course. Go write the exam. Once you write and pass the exam, you become an AWS certified cloud practitioner. Here's another important thing to note. The course is an optional course, as it is something that is built on top. It is something extra on top of what you're currently doing. But I have an asterisk here. The reason being, currently the course is optional for everyone. But do not be alarmed or be surprised if certain sponsors turn around and say, no, we want all of our students to go through the course, which at that point, for those students who are being sponsored by that particular sponsor, it will no longer be optional, but it will be compulsory. But for now, the course is optional for everyone, or under EDSA, it is optional. So yeah, AWS Academy Cloud Foundations, it will take roughly about 15 weeks. At the end of the 15, not at the end of the 15 weeks, actually inside the 15 weeks, the last 2-3 weeks, we'll be looking at doing some revision and exam practice, and then booking for the exams, and then you go right and become a certified cloud practitioner. So when we look at the AWS certifications, like all the certificates that AWS offers, you have they come in at different levels. Right at the top, you have the professional level, where you have your solutions architect professional and your DevOps engineer professional. That's at the highest. Below that is associate, but then right at the foundation, at the foundation of everything, AWS has the Cloud Foundations course, where you can become a cloud practitioner, which is basically the course that everyone is going to be doing, is this part here, just to ensure that you know the basics of cloud and the AWS cloud. And then from there, you can use this as a springboard to either take the architect route, operations routes, or the developer routes. And most importantly, what you can also do is, from the cloud practitioner, you can also use that as a springboard for what is called the specialty courses, or the specialty certifications, where you can either focus on advanced networking, big data, security, building skills for Alexa, or going the machine learning route. So this is a perfect certification to use to basically springboard yourself into other things within AWS. So now, to actually do the course, I just want to emphasize that the course is done by AWS. They're using their own materials, and the test that you're going to be writing is a test that's being done by AWS. So you're going to be, besides using Athena, you're going to be using 3 additional platforms. The first platform is this one, AWS Training and Certification Portal. Here, this is where you are going to spend most of your time when you're doing this course, because inside the 10 modules that you have to go through, this is where you are going to find all of those modules. And with each module, there's actually a knowledge check. So for each module, there's videos and PDFs that you're gonna, and there's a video presentation that you're gonna be looking at, and then right at the end of that particular module, there's a knowledge check, which is I think roughly 10 questions, just to basically check how much knowledge you've gained through that module. So for each module, there's a knowledge check at the end, and this is where you are going to be spending, I would say, 60-70% of your time. And then apart from that, there's another platform called Vocarium. Vocarium, now what this platform is for, is basically all of your practicals. So AWS training is all for your theoretical parts, and then when you actually want to do something practically, you'll be going to be going to the Vocarium platform. This is where you're going to be doing what is known as AWS labs and activities. But with this is where you actually log in onto the management console and start up instances and connect to RDS and all of those things. You are going to be going through Vocarium to do that. And then lastly, the Vital Source bookshelf. This platform is basically a document store for all of your modules that you're going to be doing in the training and certification portal. So most important one is going to be AWS Training and Certification Portal, followed by Vocarium, where you actually get to do your practical AWS work, and then Vital Source is for all the documentation that you're going to be using for the modules in AWS training. So it's going to be Athena plus these 3 platforms. And then when we get into the issue of getting certified, the actual certification again is called AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. So you do the Cloud Foundations course to become a certified cloud practitioner. Exam cost 100 Rand, not 100 Rands, $100 US. But fortunately for you guys, you do not have to worry about this, especially for your first attempt. This you will be sponsored for. So writing the exam for you will be free to you, but it's gonna cost someone money. But yeah, the exam does cost 100 Rand. Most importantly, with the offer to write the exam free of charge depends on you being an EDSA student this year. So you don't want to put off writing this exam and then come back next year to say, oh, hi guys, I've decided to write the AWS exam. By that time, you won't be in EDSA. You'll be out in the work world, in the corporate world. So yeah, free to you, but it costs $100 if you do it outside EDSA. But you don't need to worry much about the exam because this will come right at the end once we're done with the course. Then we're going to be looking at the exam, which is probably going to be towards the end of August, end of August and beginning of September, somewhere there. Now that we've looked at that, right? Now we look at getting started. Let's say you've seen this course, you like what you see, but you now want to begin. So now with getting started, most important things, you already have access to Athena. So you now need access to the other three platforms. Just as a reminder, guys, if you go to your Athena right in the dashboard, we do have the course, the Cloud Foundation course as a phase, and this entire presentation is there as the problem statement. So once we're done here, you can just go there and follow the relevant links that are in the presentation. Like for instance, the first one, to gain access to AWS training and certification, you are going to basically come and click on this link. Click on this link, and then if you've never been inside this portal, it's gonna ask you to create an account or to sign in, or it's gonna ask you to sign in, and then choose this side, not this side on the left, to all regions to sign in, and then for this part you basically sort it, because what we're doing is for Explore students, we have basically gone onto the back end of AWS and loaded everyone as a student. So you should already have access, but you need to follow this specific link that's on the presentation to come in and sign in onto AWS or AWS training. So that was the first platform. Second platform, Vocarium, the one for the practicals. With this, you should have already received an email from Vocarium. The email might have a title, might be titled "Welcome to Vocarium Labs," because with this, you have your details have to be loaded into the backend, and all you have to do is to go to Vocarium, select a password, and basically that's it. You're in. So please check your emails. You should have received an email that says "Welcome to Vocarium Labs." You're gonna have to follow that given link and it also provides you with an initial password. So follow the link, use the initial password. Once you're inside Vocarium, there's going to be a splash screen asking you to agree to the terms and conditions. Click agree to that, and then that is it. You are in. So this is the second platform. Now, if you go to the third platform, VitalSource. With VitalSource, the link is already provided here on the presentation itself. So it's basically following this link. And once you're in VitalSource bookshelf, on the login page, go to the bottom where it says Get Started, click there, and then enter your email address. And that is it. You are now inside VitalSource. So let me just jump out of here because I just want to show you guys something. In the AWS training and certification, once you reach this screen, you're basically inside now. You're sorted. You'll see here there's a link to go straight to the course, and if you click it, it'll go to all the relevant modules that you have to do. So here, you have module 1, module 2, right up to module 10. Where is it? There we go. Yeah. See, there's 10 modules, and then where it talks about lab guides. This when you click this, it basically takes you to Vocarium, right? So, but once you've logged in, once you hit the dashboard where it shows you which course you're taking, then you sort it. I think the important thing, especially for this week, is to ensure that you have access to these various platforms. So this is AWS training and certification. This is the first one. Second one, Vocarium. Remember, these guys will send you an email, and you have to use that email to access Vocarium. And once you get to this part where you see the labs on the left here, you are sorted. And then the third one, the Vital Source bookshelf. With the Vital Source bookshelf, it's basically clicking this link, and then when it gets to the login page, you click Get Started, and then from Get Started, you load your email address, and it'll take you straight to the dashboard. So this is the dashboard with all the relevant PDFs of all the modules, excuse me, of all the modules that I'm doing on the Cloud Foundations course. So to get back to the presentation, now that you have access to the 3 portals or the 3 platforms, another thing that you're going to need to go through is what is AWS's Getting Started Guide for students. With this, it's just clicking the link. It's a PDF that you're going to have to read through. But the nice thing is, by this time, you would have already gotten access to the relevant portals, because this also talks about how you go about accessing the relevant portals, AWS Training and Certification, Vocarium, and Bookshelf. And right at the bottom of the student guide, sorry for just scrolling so fast, because we've already done a lot of what this Getting Started Guide talks about. Oh, I think I just passed it. Yeah, when you want to come in and schedule an exam, we are also going to have a look at the Getting Started Guide, because it walks you through the process of how you actually go about and do that. But this is, end of August, start of September, we are going to be worried about writing the actual exam. But for now, let's just worry about getting started with the course. So now you now have access to AWS training and certification. You have access to Vocarium. You have access to Vital Source. What do? Now, looking at the timeline, this is the pace that we recommend for someone who's doing a data science course at Explore in 2020. So there's modules, there's labs, there's activities, and then there's also going to be another Udemy course that we have as one of your trains. The most important thing is when you get to Athena, the one thing you're going to notice is everything is set up as a train on Athena. So even though there's different types of things here, they are all set up as trains on Athena. So currently we are still in May. So for now, you'll see that the only train that should be open is this one, the one for you to go do the first module. Even though the AWS training and certification site will allow you to do everything, but so that you don't go crazy trying to do this and all your coding challenges and everything at the same time, you need to pace it out and space it out, basically. So for this week, make sure you have access to the various platforms and only look at the first module on AWS training. That is going to be enough for this week. And then the week that starts on the 1st of June, you look at module 2. The week that starts on the 8th of June, module 3, so on and so forth. And then on the week that starts on the 15th of June, you're going to be looking at module 4 and also doing your first lab. So on the 15th of June, or on the week that starts the 15th of June, this is when you're going to be accessing Vocarium or doing the first lab on Vocarium. So for these, or the blue rectangles, you are still here. This is basically AWS training. And then on this week, you're doing AWS training module 4, plus you go to Vocarium to go do lab 1. Same story on the week that starts on the 22nd of June. You do your modules on AWS training, you go to Vocarium to do lab 2. And then on the last week of June, you're going to be in AWS training doing module 6. Then you jump to Vocarium to do lab 3, activity 1 and activity 2. So both labs and activities are done on Vocarium. So for the week starting the 29th of June, you're going to spend some time doing labs and activities. So this is just the months of May and June. So, and then we go to the months of July and August. So with this, on the week that starts the 6th of July, it's module 7 and then lab 4. On the one that starts on the 13th, module 8, lab 5, so on and so forth. So for July, it's mostly a module and a lab for each of the weeks. Now, what you need to notice here is that we've spaced out everything in weeks. So you're not supposed to try and do this entire thing like do all the modules like in 1 or 2 weeks. The recommended pacing is a module a week. So once you're done with all of the modules, so you basically have done module 10 in lab 6. On the week of the start of August, the week that starts on the 3rd of August, this is when we start the revision. And we kick off revision by everyone going through a Udemy course that basically houses practice exams. And you basically have to go through all of those exams to ensure that you have enough knowledge, enough AWS knowledge for you to attempt the AWS exam. So revision is going to be at least 2 weeks. And then after that, once we're done with revision, during revision, you're also going to be booking slots to write exams because you can book them in 2 weeks or even in a month in advance. Once we are done with that, on the week that starts on the 17th of August, it is time to write. It is going to be time to write exams. This is where everything comes together. After spending 15 weeks doing the course, on the week that starts the 17th of August, we go in and we write the exams because this is the only way for anyone to get certified. You write the AWS exam, you write it using the AWS platform, but you will be provided all the details on how to basically schedule an exam tips and tricks and all those things like during the revision session. So yeah, that is it. Everything is spaced out in weeks, 15 weeks for you to write your exam and get AWS certified. Now, most importantly, for any questions, comments, queries, anything to that extent, anything that has to do with the AWS Cloud Foundations course, we've created a channel on Slack called AWS Cloud Foundations. So you put all of your things there that are relative to the Cloud Foundations course. So what's important here is that from now on, you need to be aware that there's AWS will come at you in 2 different ways. The first way is everything that you're currently doing inside your data science course, like the trains, the coding challenges, predict, and all those things. And then you also have to interact with AWS using the AWS Cloud Foundations course. So if it has to do with the course, put it here. If it has to do with your trains or anything that has to do with your predicts, please continue using the current channels that exist, maybe channels like your Stack Overflow and all those things. But for the course, go straight to the AWS Cloud Foundations channel. And yeah, guys, that is it for today. Another very, very important thing is that we are going to be having practice or revision or small sessions throughout the weeks to basically ensure that everyone still understands what's happening inside the modules or the labs that have to do with the course. But otherwise, for today, just to get you started, this presentation should be enough. And yes, I just saw two important questions on the chats, and thank you for asking this. Okay, first one, can you write the exam earlier than August? Yes, you can definitely write the exam earlier than August, although we recommend you focusing on your current work because the exam does also require you to study a lot. So yeah, it is possible to write before August. but we prefer you, if you, for writing the exam, it is preferred that you actually write before you go do before you enter your internship phase at your relevant sponsors. So you can write before August, that's possible. And then the pass mark for the AWS exam, the pass mark is actually a 70. So if you get 68, you don't get certified. 70 and above is the pass mark. And yeah, it is a mark that you can achieve through taking it seriously and ensuring that you do the revision and the practice exams. Those are very important. That 70% mark won't be much of an issue. How many attempts are covered by the sponsored exam fee? At the moment, the number of attempts that are covered by the sponsored exam fee is 1. At the moment. But if there is, if plans can be made for a second attempt and third attempt, we will let you guys know, but I cannot promise you that for now. Okay, someone says they didn't get an email. Please put a notification on the Slack channel so that we'll have a look at it and then we'll check everything. Oh yeah, also in terms of the emails, please also check your spam folders, because sometimes we do get the emails, but then they end up in a spam folder. What else? Anyone else have questions? Okay, for now you can put them on the Slack, but once we are done with the stream, all questions will have to go to the Cloud Foundation Slack channel. Oh, another important question just popped up about the issue of the certificate expiring. Yes, guys, the certificate expires after 3 years. Reason being, technology changes. Like, technology changes a lot, especially in something like in cloud. There's always new things being added, things being chopped and changed. So after 3 years, we have to do another exam to get another certificate. And this is actually true for all of the AWS certificates, and not just AWS. I think it's also the same thing for Microsoft as well. And the exam can actually be done in person and online as well. But with the current situation with COVID-19 affecting the world, everyone's gonna have to do it online, which is, I think, is the best way to actually write the exam, where you write it in the comfort of your own home and not have to travel to some place in the city. But yeah, we are going to discuss that a lot towards exam time. Okay, is there a question that I've missed? Okay, someone asked about the length of the exam, or Dumsani asked about the length of the exam. The exam is an hour and a half. So it's an hour and a half, and I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's is it 90 questions? 90, between 60 and 90 questions. It's all multiple choice questions. An hour and a half, and yeah, when we hit revision time, you guys are definitely going to be ready for the exam, because that is the plan, to make you ready for the exam so that you pass and get certified. Yeah. Oh, another question by Dumzani again is, what if someone has the time to actually go through the course a lot sooner? It is not illegal to do that. You can actually go through all of these things quicker in less time than in 15 weeks. I don't see much of a problem, but the aim is to make sure that this does not hinder you in completing your data science course. You still need to you still have normal trains to worry about. You still have coding challenges, predicts, learning about machine learning and all those things. You still need to worry about that. before worrying about this course. But if you have the ability to actually do it sooner, yeah, then it's fine. You can go for it. Are there any more questions? So yeah, the question was, okay, yeah, in terms of where you write the exam, it is going to be online. For now, just assume that everything is online. The modules, you're going to be doing them online, labs online, the revision sessions online, the exam itself online. But how it happens is that it's actually an invigilator that is with you whilst you're writing your exam. So it's sort of like a Google Meet video or a Zoom call that happens between yourself and an invigilator from AWS. You basically have a chat before you start the exam. Like it's a 2 to 3 minute chat. Once your chatting is done, they give you access to the exam and you start writing the exam right then and there. So yes, guys, everything is online. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if there are no more questions on the chat, please ask all of your questions on the Slack channel. The Slack channel again is called AWS Cloud Foundations. I will be there to basically answer every question that comes through. And then in terms of the emails, please also check your spam folders, because the emails might be sitting there. So what I would say is, for this week, the most important thing is make sure you have access to the 3 platforms. That is the most important thing. Yeah, make sure you have to AWS training and certification platform. You have access to Vocarium. You have access to Vital Source. That's the most important thing. And then also you can go in and have a look at maybe the first module. Yeah. In terms of the pacing, yeah, we recommend that you go into, this is going to be AWS training. Go have a look at the first module, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wrap things up here. Thank you so much. And if you want access to this video, again, in the future, you can use the same link. The video will be available on YouTube under the EDSA pop-ups channel. And for any questions, again, AWS Cloud Foundations Slack channel on Slack. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you later.